Okay. So I want to welcome whoever's here and whoever's here in the replays to this live stream. I'm trying something new. As you know, I recently got my new camera, so I'm super excited about being able to stream live sessions or live events or live services for you guys anytime that the inspiration flows towards me. Today, as you may have seen in the thumbnail, in the description, we're going to be doing some EFT tapping. So that is going to be what we're going to be doing today, which I know is different than the channeling. Maybe you're normally here for the channeling, but honestly, that is a wonderful skill of the many skills that I have. And EFT tapping is another one of those skills. So hello to Richard. Hello, Jason. Yes, the video. I'm so happy with the new camera. I was so unhappy with the old camera that, I had to make an investment and get this new camera. And look, it's made me feel more wanting to do things. So really grateful for that investment. Hey, Lise, I'm so happy some of you are able to be here live. Today, we're going to be doing something different. I was just saying we're going to be doing EFT tapping, not channeling, because I have been feeling myself that this issue has been coming up for me. So the topic of the EFT is emotional freedom technique, and I'll go into what that is in a moment if you don't know it already. What has been coming up for me lately has been resistance to my next level manifestations. So when we set goals, when we set desires, when we call out to the universe and say, hey, I want this next thing, this thing that will make me, or which I believe will make me feel fulfilled, or is the next most exciting direction for me to take, sometimes it takes a little while for those manifestations to come into our field. And the reason for that is because the universe is already setting up the components to give you what you want, but you might not necessarily be in alignment with actually receiving that yet. So the same way, if someone were to give you a gift and pass it into your hands, if you didn't put out your hands to take it and they let go of it, it would just fall to the ground. You just wouldn't have that gift. And, hopefully it wasn't anything fragile. But as we're waiting for people to come in here, I'm going to explain what EFT tapping is for those of you who aren't familiar with the technique. And then I'm actually going to, because this felt like fun, I'm going to draw a tarot card to set also the intention of this time that we have together. I have a little bit of time and you're here and you have a little bit of time. And as people are coming in, I'm going to draw a tarot card from one of my favorite decks. So just to see what the intention is and what is coming up for this particular group for the intention of this tapping. So just to go in, EFT tapping, EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Technique. And it is a mind and body connection energy modality that allows you to release emotions and let things that are no longer serving you go in a very quick way, actually. By tapping on meridian points in the body, you're able to release where there might be a little bit of blocked energy relating to a topic. And while you're repeating affirmations and going through these points, your subconscious mind is getting the message that this truly is something that you're wanting. So we will go ahead, and I hope your hands are clean, and tap on these points that have been determined on the face and some parts of the body, not too much of the body, but the upper body, and go through these affirmations as we continue along. And so in this way, we can address this particular subject. And again, for those of you just joining in now, the subject for this particular EFT is releasing resistance towards getting what we want. I'm going to go ahead while people are still coming in and draw a tarot card from this amazing deck. I'm just going to try and get it into the focus range, which is the White Newman Sacred Animal Tarot. I love it because I love the illustrations. So beautiful. And it's by Alba BG. She's got a really cool Instagram style, illustration style. So you can check her out if you want. But I just love this deck, and I just love what comes through in this deck, the energy that comes through. So I'm not a tarot person, really. I don't know much about tarot, but I do sort of use tarot as like oracle cards and just to play around a little bit every now and again. And do you feel like, the universe is able to communicate something with us through this modality? And so what I'm going to do is just mix them up. Say hello to whoever else is back in here. Hi, Shate. So happy to see you here. And everyone else that's here and everyone who's in the replay. Finish mixing these. Whoop. Okay, and we will draw one card and find out what it is. The Eight of Swords. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll just put it back there. So we have that as a reminder of the energy for today. Eight of Swords. Okay, you guys can sort of see that. And I'm going to actually look it up because, again, not being a tarot person, I don't want to interpret it incorrectly. So the Eight of Swords, right here in the little accompanying book that goes with that, it says, the swords form a cage through which she can easily pass. Oh, I love this, guys. Oh! The swords form a cage through which she can easily pass. Yet she lacks the sight to know that she has done so. She is chained to a rooster, the animal spirit symbolizing the passage of time and untapped empowerment. So guys, I'm getting chills here because what better card to have drawn for this EFT tapping on knowing that our desires, our goals, our manifestations are already here. They're already manifest in the non-physical. And all we have to do is pass through that cage of our own perceptions that they cannot be achieved by us or called into our reality. So it's just beautiful. Okay, so how does EFT tapping work? First, have a sip of water. If you have some water, go ahead and have a sip of water so that you're ready to go. And what we do is we set up a statement. Okay, so we talk from the place of where we are currently. Currently, we are, or I am, I'll make it about me. I'm in a place where some of my manifestations are not coming to realization, and therefore I would like to call them in, right? The setup for an EFT tapping session is done on the karate chop part of the hand right here. And we tap on that. We just tap like you were tapping someone on the shoulder to get past them on the bus if they were wearing headphones. Okay, so not hard. You don't have to like bruise yourself, and not too light that you're like just barely caressing yourself, unless that feels good to you. But sort of a medium tap. And we repeat our setup statement. So I want you guys to repeat after me as we set up this particular EFT tapping, and we tap on the side of the hand. Okay. Take a deep breath. Even though I have resistance to getting what I want, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I'm not allowing through the manifestations that are waiting for me, ready for me from the universe, I love, accept, and forgive myself. Even though I have resistance to allowing the law of attraction to do its magic and having that magical assistance from the universe, I deeply and completely love and accept and forgive myself. And even though I have resistance to calling in all of the magic from the universe and allowing everything that I desire to manifest today, I have compassion, I love, accept, and forgive myself. Okay, so that sets us up to know exactly what we're after, what we're wanting to release. We're wanting to release this resistance. We're wanting to release this energy of holding ourselves back, of being in a cage that doesn't actually exist or that can easily be passed through. And so when we now start the actual tapping, but I want you to just check in with yourself in this now moment. How much do you feel that the statement, I'm not getting what I want, or I'm resisting getting what I say I want, feels to you? So for me right now, I'd say that my experience is with the things that I'm claiming that I really want, I'm probably resisting them at about a 7, some of them at least the ones that are most sticky. So, for example, I'm claiming I want 2,000 subscribers on YouTube right here with you guys to join in on these sessions, to join in with my channeling, to expose my work to more and more people. And yet I've been at a pretty consistent standstill in terms of subscribers for like 3 or 4 weeks. So there's a resistance there. There must be something that's telling me that I don't want them on a subconscious level. But on a conscious level, I'm getting a little bit like, hey, how come I'm not having as much growth as I want? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that's not helpful. What is helpful is tapping on this energy. So I'm at about a 7. If you guys want to pop into the chat, if you feel like it, where you are, how true does the statement feel on a scale of 1 to 10? I'm resisting the manifestations of what I'm claiming I desire. Then I can see it in the chat and I can get a kind of range for how people are going. If you don't feel like doing that, don't do that. But it really will help to understand where people are resisting. Okay, so Richard says it's a 10, and I imagine we've all got some perception of that resistance. Sarah says now she knows, or Sarah says now she knows why she woke up to do the EFT. Wonderful. So, and Chate says it feels like a 7 or an 8. So we're all kind of like up there. We know that if something's not arriving to us, there's something that's blocking it within ourselves. So we've done our setup. And now we're absolutely ready to go ahead and start our tapping session. So if you haven't done tapping before, it's super easy. Just follow along with where I tap and repeat out loud. Or if you're in a situation where people can hear you, you can even do it in your head, but out loud works because the universe is listening to us. Then you say the sentence after I've said it, and we'll go through one round and see how we're feeling. Okay, so we start at the top of the head. All right. I'm ready to let go of this resistance. All right. Then we tap here on the brow point. 1 or 2 hands works. And we say, I release this resistance now. Come to the side of the eyes. And we say, I am opening to receive exactly what I desire. Tap under your eyes. And we can say, I am ready to allow the law of attraction to work in my highest favor. Tap under your nose. I am aligned with the universe's support. Tap under your chin. I trust the magical assistance of this benevolent universe. Then we tap on the collarbones just here, a little bit underneath them. I release all resistance and doubt right now. And then under the arm, just where your brow line would be, you tap. And you can say, I'm in harmony with the flow of the abundance of all of my desires becoming reality. So that is one round. I want you to take a deep breath. Let it go. Okay. So you can watch back this video and do that round as many times as you want. I'll try and chop up the video in the replay so that there's that piece you can keep rewinding to. But I'd like to move in because with EFT tapping, it's nice to also get into a bit of the specifics and get into a bit of a flow. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to go back to the top of the head and say again, I'm ready to release all resistance to my desires right now. I'm done with resisting what I want. I'm ready to admit that I deserve to get everything I desire. I'm ready to let go of any beliefs that I have that keep me from feeling that I deserve to get everything I desire. I'm ready to step out of the cage of my own limiting beliefs and allow the universe to work its magic in bringing me everything I desire. I'm ready to let go of any relationships that allow me to continue believing that I don't deserve exactly what I want. I'm ready to let go of every situation and every idea that allows me to keep believing that I can't get what I want. I'm ready to let go of anything that I have in my thoughts, in my emotions, and in my energy that is resisting me getting everything that I want. I am a sovereign being, guided by a deep knowing, guided by infinite intelligence, whose desires are directly related to the highest good of all. Therefore, getting what I want is the fastest path and fastest route to create harmony for all, to create peace for all, for me to be of assistance to all, for me to fulfill my purpose, and for me to live in a state of peace and abundance and joy. I know that the law of attraction has lined up miraculous and beautiful things for me. I know that these things are waiting to become manifest in my reality. And I know exactly how I'm going to feel when these things become manifest in my reality. Therefore, I'm choosing to feel that right now. I'm choosing to release the resistance I have to feeling good right now. I'm choosing my need to see proof of my state of being before I choose my state of being. I'm releasing my resistance to allowing myself to feel good. I'm going to feel good right now. Ultimately, that's exactly why I want what I want anyhow. So I'm releasing any resistance to feeling good. I'm releasing any resistance to celebration. I'm releasing any resistance to delight. I'm releasing any resistance to joy. And I'm releasing any and all resistance in this now through my past and my future to getting everything I want. Take a deep breath, and so it is. Abracadabra. And all the magical statements of calling the reality, the truth that you know in yourself into your experience we know that as we release as we release the resistance, manifestation is going to occur to us. As we allow ourselves to feel good, the manifestations are going to come to us. We don't need to effort. We don't need to force. And even to release the resistance, we don't need to force it out. We can tap it out. We can breathe it out. We can dance it out. We can express it out. And we can allow ourselves to relax and feel so good. So I invite you now to take another sip of your water. And I am going to read the notes here. Richard says he has no clue what he desires from the physical. Richard, that's a great place to be at, because what we actually want isn't in the physical. What we want is what we think our physical manifestations will bring to us. So you can feel free to releasing resistance to a feeling state, to an energetic state, to a being state of your isness, to having peace, to having tranquility, to having that state of vibrational creativity running through you. It doesn't need to be physical. It can be non-physical. It can be energetic. It can be emotional. And really, that's where the physical comes into its power anyway. So you don't need to manifest anything specific in the physical. You don't need to know what you want. If you know what energy state you want, you can tap towards that. You can release towards that, and you can find your way to come to receiving from the universe that energy state on a more regular basis. Lise says, I see it more as if when we don't get what we think we want, we are encouraged to let go of expectations. Okay, that's also a great way to see it. Sure. Honestly, in terms of the law of attraction, the interesting thing is the more you release your resistance to getting what you want, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get what you want, because often your new desires surpass and go much further than what you believed yourself to want in the first place. So someone who wants a specific partner or a specific group of friends, for example, maybe they don't actually want the partner or the group of friends. Maybe they want a state of feeling connection. Maybe they want a state of feeling love. And maybe that can be arrived at very, very different things. So different ways. So, that's really beautiful. I'd like to ask you all now to tune into yourself and to evaluate how true now the statement, I'm resisting my desires from becoming reality, feels to you from a scale to 1 to 10. I mean, for me right now, it doesn't feel so much like I have so much resistance going through me anymore. I feel like it's reduced from a 7 where I had a lot of resistance to like a 3. Like, it's easy peasy. It's all good. Everything's great. Like, of course, everything's coming to me. Of course, I'm going to have everything I've asked for. It's not an issue anymore. So this is why tapping has such amazing benefit. I love tapping. I don't do it nearly enough with you guys, but I manifested my new camera, which clearly has brought to me the desire to do more live sessions. And so I'm going to be attempting to bring you more tapping, more live channeling sessions, more workshops, whatever it is. I'm going to be here on YouTube, and you, as a exchange to this, are going to be so enamored with the content that I bring to you that, of course, I'm going to hit that 2,000 subscribers mark within a couple days. And on top of that, surpass it by 10, 15, 20 fold within this year. That's for sure, because that's what I'm calling in. And now that I don't have resistance to it, well, it's a shoo-in. It's 100% for sure going to happen. So I just want to mention tonight, if you're not signed up already for the time and focus management workshop that I'm running on Zoom tonight, think about doing that by going to www.jpherman.com/events and signing up for that, because I'm going to be meeting with everyone in about 7 hours and 20 minutes. And we are going to learn how, as spiritual beings, as spiritual seekers or spiritual finders, how we can really understand how to focus our time and our energy and our focus into the things that are really important for our lives, as opposed to being dragged around by responsibilities, dragged around by other people's desires, dragged around by the world, whether it be what you're seeing on the news or what you're having happen to you, when you go to do your groceries or whatever it is, and really focus so that you are more in a position where you can take aligned action to be in collaboration with that law of attraction universe that is wanting so much to give you what you want, and also to get clear on what you want. So we're going to do that. I have a whole presentation set up. It's all ready to go. It's free. Again, join me at 7:15 p.m. European time. So Central European time. No, yeah. And check that out on the website at www.jpherman.com/events to sign up. And I'm so excited for that. And that's going to be awesome. And I do have 2 live Zoom channeling sessions coming up in November, towards the end of November, the end of December. Those also already have tickets on sale. I know some of you, I've seen that you've already signed up. I know some of you already have tickets to that. Some of you people who are here today, thank you so much. And I'm so excited for that because everyone gets to ask their questions. And Vagrein is always on top form with a group. And if you're enjoying this, you think you signed up twice. If you're enjoying the EFT tappings, if you're enjoying the meditations, if you're enjoying the content I'm putting out here, tell your friends. Tell your friends, right? Because that's what we used to do. We used to be like, hey, I found this cool thing and I want to tell you about it. So tell your friends and like and subscribe. And yeah. I'm super happy you guys got to be here. I'm going to just read through the notes quickly. So love the EFT. So much synchronicity. What is TYSV? Thank you so very much. Oh, I'm so good with these letters things. Thank you so very much, Sarah K, for being here. Shate says, I feel fear that grips in my solar plexus. Okay, so Shate, if when you're tapping, big emotions come up, okay, you have 2 options. You could either chill and take a pause from it, or you can shift, right? This is why I love doing my own tapping scripts, right? Because I find the guided ones, I can guide you guys as much as I can, but the real gem in tapping is learning how to create your own script. I might actually do a workshop on this too. And when things come up, taking the energy in the direction of what's coming up. So if when we were tapping on the resistance, the fear came up, well, then that's great news, because that means that you're getting to the root of something that's very specific to you. And there won't be a video that's specific on that online, and in coaching as well, we can also work on that. In my coachings with people, I can work on creating scripts or teaching you how to make a script that works for you to address specific issues. If you find EFT tapping is working well for you, that's wonderful, because I think it really does work for so many people. And you can learn to master it in yourself so that you can use it in a way that's functional and that works for your particular system amazingly. So, okay. Okay, Richard said he has 0 resistance. Okay. Night Druid says, I should deserve it, and I have it in my vortex. So excited for the event. That's for the event tonight. Yes, go to sleep. Go to sleep so you can get up. It's going to be, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for those of you who are completely different time zone, especially those Aussies can't catch this one. And it's really hard with the time zones. So, but luckily I offer replays. So if you're ever interested in something I'm offering and you can't make it because of the time zone, it'll either be here on YouTube or I'll have offered the replay with the tickets. For example, the Zoom channelings, they'll have replays and you can actually send in, I'll find a system to send in your question in advance if you need to. Richard said he thinks he signed up twice. That's okay. Emails cancel each other out. And I don't actually know anything about EFT tapping. Came here just at the end. Okay, so yes, I do explain well, as much as I know about EFT tapping, and I draw this awesome, if you see back there, there's like a little tarot card on my painting, this awesome, really relevant tarot card for today's session, which just gave me like the chills. Right. So everyone, I hope to see you in 7 hours time, 7 hours and 15 minutes time from right now, from when this is ending. And I hope in the meantime, you have the most synchronistic and splendid 7 hours you have ever had in your entire life. I hope that today is the day that those things that you were resisting manifesting start to show up in your experience, and you walk around with a stupid grin on your face the whole day because you said, wow, I went to that weird tapping thing on YouTube this morning, and then everything took off for me. And then you will have the understanding of how powerful this is. So take care, everyone, and I will see you shortly. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.